Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I felt like making a fall card today, so I brought out two dies. This one is the Charlie die. It comes with these pieces here and it puts together the little dog. So we're gonna put that together. Also, this one here makes a great little pumpkin and banner. You could turn it into a jack-o'-lantern or have a traditional pumpkin. And this one is the pumpkin banner die set. These are designed by Stacy Tiedemann, and I am going to play with these today. So let's make a fall card. I have some cardstocks. I am bringing out the Farmer's Market pumpkin stamp set that you can find in the box of the month and your junior box of the month. I'll have that box linked down below for you, as well as the Pumpkin Market paper pad. So I'm going to cut out my dog in this cream colored. We're going to use some distress inks to ink up the edges. There's a scarf, so I thought I'd cut the scarf out maybe in a plaid. So I have this scrap here, so this is perfect. I'll go ahead and cut that out. We can pick out something for our pumpkin, and I think I'm going to use the orange here. I have a stem. I could cut that out in brown or green. And then we have some leaves that I can cut out. I think I'll use this for the leaves so we can have some fall colors. All right, so I'm going to remove that. I can do two different ways of doing this. We could pop out these pieces here and then color them to whatever color we want, or run it through again with the color that we want and then inlay them into your image here, or leave it out like this as a silhouette. Maybe put it behind a piece of black cardstock, however you want to do that. So let's put that to the side. I'm going to get some brown ink out. So I've got Vintage Photo. And I'm just going to ink up our little dog. Okay, I want the edges to be more dark. So I'm going to concentrate right now on the edges. Okay, so I have enough ink on there. Let's go ahead and cut our scarf out and our fall leaves. I'm going to want to ink around the edge of our scarf. Okay, so we can glue that on right around his neck. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so there's the scarf. Now we can just have a piece of black cardstock behind there, and that will give the eyes and the nose and all of that. So that's the easiest way to do it, rather than to inlay all of the pieces back in. So however you want to do that. But I think I'm just gonna go ahead and add some glue back here. Pop that on the back. And then we have our cute little face. So for our pumpkin, I'm just going to pop out the lines. You can keep those in if you want, or just take them out. And then I'm going to do the stem in green. So let's grab our little stem. Here it is. And again, to dress it up, I'm going to take the vintage photo and just go around the edges. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the back here. You can glue this behind or in front of your pumpkin. And then I'm going to pop up the little leaves. So I just picked up some new pop dots, and I have these little black ones. I was just at the Scrapbook Expo, and I had the pleasure of meeting Irene Smith, one of my design team members. So I met her up there, and we walked around for a couple hours, and that was such a treat. It's not every day I get to meet one of my design team members in person, so I really enjoyed that. So that was really fun. So I'm just going to add 2 of these little cute leaves. And if you don't know Irene Smith, she is Artist May 1, I think is her YouTube channel. I'll have it linked in the description box below. But if you do search Irene Smith on YouTube, her channel does pop up. Okay, so I'm just going to put 2 leaves on the side like that. And then we can have our little pup next to our pumpkin. There's also a little paw print in here and a banner. So I'm going to use a banner. I love the banner, so I think I'm going to put that like right there. There's a little bone as well. So if you wanted to turn this into like a Halloween card, you can. So for the banner, you can, it kind of goes on an angle, so you just find the spot at the top and then match it up like on an angle like that. Kind of looks like it's wrapped around there, but I'm going to ink this up first, and then I'm going to find a sentiment that will curve in there. So you might have to take a sentiment that's straight and kind of curve it up to go along with this banner. You can definitely stamp a sentiment straight across, but I think it looks better when you curve it. Okay, so that's gonna go there. So that Pumpkin Kisses and Harvest Wishes, I bet we can curve that to match the banner. So what I'm gonna do is kind of center it first, and then I'm gonna attach it to the top, and then I'm gonna manipulate this a little bit so it's curved. Kind of follows the same curvature of the banner. Just a little tweaking there. So I think that's going to look nice like that. So let's go ahead and add some ink. There we go. I love that. Okay, I'm going to add some glue. We're going to have the pumpkin in front because I don't want my banner to be covered up. Okay, so I pushed it a little bit so it's kind of like popped up in the middle. I think that looks like kind of like realistic. I like that. So we'll have that in front of our pup like that. Isn't that cute? We're going to add some like glossy accents to his nose and his eyes. But let's pick out a background. And I'm going to use this Pumpkin Market. I absolutely love these colors. Ooh, I just love this one. I really, really love that one. Wonder if I could use just a little bit of that one. I love this one as well. This would look really cute with that. It's like I want to use all the things. A little plaid will look adorable. I love that one too. All right, so let's just take these three. I like to pick out at least 3 different patterns. I might use just 2, but I like to pick out 3. I could do some matting with the orange to bring in that orange from the pumpkin, so we can make some little squares and stuff like that. So let me get out some dies. Okay, so I have some pieces cut out. I cut a flag out. I have these squares matted on the orange, and I'm gonna go around everything with that vintage photo so it kind of matches my little scene. I think I'm going to cut some of this off, so I'll have to reapply. All right, let's go ahead and put our layers on.
Grab your glue, it's that time of year. Pumpkin vibes and crafty cheer. Paper pads with foxes and trees. Ephemera that's sure to please. We've got hedgehogs, mugs and leaves. Cocoa cups and cozy sleeves. Fall in love with every pack. You wanna craft and never look back.
Okay, so I'm gonna trim this down because I don't want it to be too far down, because when we add our little image, I guess that's okay. All right, so I want to pop this up.
Crafty bliss that just won't cease.
Rustic colors, gold and spice, crisp designs that look so nice.
And then I think we can pop up our little scene here. So let's attach some foam tape here.
That fall box fits right in your hand. Make a gatefold card or treat with paper this cute you can't be beat. It feels like fall and not too shabby. Pumpkin spice and crafting savvy.
Squirrel hugs and forest friends, let your handmade magic never end. Crisp like leaves and sweet like pie.
Our fall release will make you sigh.
I'm going to add 2. So I'm not going to add any glue to the center. I am going to add some popped ups here. I want this little pumpkin to be rounded. So I'm going to add some foam tape to the back of him.
Fall craft and joy from outside in. It feels like fall and not too shabby. Sweater weather makes me happy.
Cut and layer, stamp and play. Let those autumn cards brighten your day. So much joy.
Okay, so I'm going to put my dog down first. Get that where I want. And then I'm going to push this so it's a little bit curved when I pop it down. Okay, so my little pumpkin's a little bit curved up, a little bit 3-dimensional. So I wanted it to look like that, so I like that. I'm going to get the pumpkin spice enamel dots out. I'm going to add a few little dots to the corner of my banner. Okay, let's see. Now I want to add that Nouveau crystal glaze to the nose and the eyes. Okay, that's just going to dry nice and shiny and clear. I'm going to add some glue to the leaves and add some distress glitter stickles So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here. And this glue dries clear, so I'm hoping my little pattern will show through. And I want to make sure I don't get any on the eyes and nose. So this glitter is more of a matte glitter. It's not too sparkly. Okay, so I'll show you what it looks like when it's all dry. So let's take a look at the finished card. So we have those leaves. The glue has dried, so now you can see the pattern underneath. We've got that chunky glitter. The eyes and the nose are shiny. So I hope you enjoyed this card today. I'll have all the supplies listed in the description box for you. Thanks so much for hanging out today, and I hope you have fun crafting with fall goodies. I love crafting with fall products. So have a wonderful day, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys!